You are probably creating content the wrong way without even knowing it. And it's costing your business multiple six figures a year. Not because you're lazy or clueless, but you've been taught a broken model. But there's good news for you. It doesn't require you to go viral. In the past 2 years, I've helped over 25 coaches scale past 10, 20 and even 50K a month without even one video going slightly viral. And yet we still make more money than InfoProduct with hundreds of thousands of followers. And the reason is simple. We built an audience of buyers and not followers. Today, I'll show you the 4 biggest mistakes and how you can differentiate yourself from the other 99% that are using a broken model. You see, there's 2 types of creators. There's the one optimizing for fans and there's the one optimizing for buyers. Creator 1 cares about views, cares about volume, cares about things virality equals clients, thinks bigger audience means a bigger business. Creator 2, however, builds their brand around products. They don't care about the algorithm. They set expectations right with loads of CTAs. And they know a relatable audience means a bigger business. And of course, you want to be Creator 2, but how do you get there? I'll walk you through that in the video here in the next 4 steps. First step, fuck the algorithm. Focusing on views get you fans, not clients. The algorithm serves people, not you. Whatever video you make, the algorithm pushes it to a certain type of person. Your job is making content that attracts your ICP, not just anyone. So 2 examples. If you post fitness tips for busy dads, the algorithm will push you in front of busy dads interested in training. If you post lifestyle vlogs with no clear angle, the algorithm will push you in front of random people, fans, not clients. You're Creator 1, not 2 if you do this. The algorithm is like a waiter. It serves people at the table, it's not the chef in the kitchen. If you want to put the right dish, the content, on the menu, the waiter will deliver it to the exact people who ordered it, your ICP. So you have to make the food, give it to the waiter and tell them what table to deliver it on. This is you, you are the chef. You tell the algorithm where to go and the content is delivered. Your choice is if you want to deliver it to fans or clients. By doing this, my clients are making more money than people with 100, 200K followers, and they have between 300 and 6,500 followers. Here's a bit of proof from the Stripe, here's a bit of proof from Calendly, and here's my clients who all have between, they're even lower than 300, 293, and the highest one is what? 6,976. So you can see they don't have really big audiences. It's full with clients, not fans. Point 2 is starting your brand with the product. Waiting to sell until you have an audience makes no sense because you always have an audience. You already have buyers in your audience. But if you wait to sell, you'll never want to sell because waiting for the perfect moment is like fluff. You know the saying there. You want to position your brand around the product and then the sale comes first. So your focus should always be setting the expectation correctly because you want to tell people that you want to sell, but you don't want to be pushy. You want to attract clients and you want to make them come to you, but you want to make it clear that you have a product, just like I have, and I'm telling you now, okay? So the goal isn't audience growth for its own sake. The goal is traffic to the product. So don't care about how many views you get, care about how many people see your product. If you're selling a course for women and 100,000 men see your product, fuck does that matter? 4th step is building authority by solving problems with your offer, not by chasing vanity followers. That's also a really important point. And the 5th one is audience becomes a byproduct of selling something valuable. So an audience will always be attracted if you have a valuable product and you'll attract more people, the more people that come into your ecosystem. Some of you may know that I've had a UGC course. If you don't know, we made a breakdown, you can watch it, we'll just link it here on the screen. But when we launched my UGC course, we didn't sit around trying to go to 10K followers first. The course existed from day 1. The brand was built around the offer and the course, and because the product solved a real problem, the audience came naturally to it. They didn't care if there were 400 followers or 4K followers. Every student became a part of the brand and every result pulled more people in. So if we, for example, had waited for the audience first, we'd still be posting reels for free, hoping someone noticed instead. The product gave us something specific to drive traffic to, and that's why it scaled. Because we have 3,800 followers and we've made nearly 300K. So, you know, we wouldn't even have 10K followers. So the audience basically isn't there if you look at making a big profile. So I've made a quick little analogy here. So if you have an audience but no product, you just have noise. If you have no audience but a product, you have potential. And if you have an audience and a product, you have a business. Third point is a bit different, and I bet you haven't heard it before, but don't appear holy, okay? First, why I think it matters to be relatable, because this will improve my statement here. When you show up as perfect, you accidentally create distance. So, this is your ICP and this is you. You create this distance by appearing holy. Instead, you could just be here right with your ICP. They knew that you were better than them, but they thought that you and them were quite the same. Therefore, I would highly suggest that you don't appear holy, because what we see now is also a lot of people trying to appear holy, which just gives an insane untrust appearance. Your ICP, for example, thinks, cool for you, but I could never do that. And then you skip on to the next one. People don't buy from people that they think look cool, they buy from people they think can give them value. And that distance also kills trust, as I said, because people don't buy from authority alone, they buy from people they relate to. So what I've seen actually work from the data that we have is people need to see themselves in you, just like I'm making a few mistakes here in the YouTube video. It's totally normal. I wouldn't sit here and rant for 20 minutes without making a few mistakes. Just leave it in there. They want to believe if they could do it, so can I, because they want to see themselves in you, because that's what they're buying into. And that means raw stories, failures, and behind-the-scenes struggles. You also need to know that relatable is more powerful than polished. And a quick question to you. Who does the person wanting to lose weight go to? First person is a fit and jacked trainer who looks like The Rock. The other one is a slightly overweight trainer. Who do they go to? Of course, they go to the person that they feel comfortable going to. The person that they think can help them, because they're really overweight, right? The principles here is don't aim to look holy and untouchable. Share your scars as well as your wins, because for your ICP, relatability equals possibility. And to the last point here in this video, it is basically sell more. Sales don't happen by accident, you have to create them. So if you don't tell people that you have a product, nobody will know that you have a product. The more CTAs you give, the more calls you book, the more sales you make. Simple as that. People rarely take action on their own. They need to be led step by step. That's also why people buy coaches. They need to be led step by step, because they can't see what to do themselves. And you won't scare away the right people by selling. You'll only filter the ones who were never going to buy anyway. So the ones that unfollow you is there because they want to just attract, they just want to take free value from you. The real ones that actually want to buy will stay with you, because you'll just filter the non-buyers away. And if you believe in your product, then selling equals helping. So a lot of people think selling is bad, but why? That's just a narrative that's been pushed upon us people because there's a bad repetition around salesmen. But if your product is good, you're just helping people instead of them buying a fucking Miami course with a bro scaler that needs the money to attain the lifestyle and therefore he seems needy. So a checklist for selling more. Filling your calendar. Ask yourself, am I giving enough CTAs every week? So stories, reels, YouTube. Is my appointment setter sending enough messages and follow-ups? If no, make them do more. Lead prospects clearly. Is every piece of content pointing towards a next step? For example, DM me, book a call, etc. Do I remove all frictions so the next step feels obvious and easy? For setting expectations, do I explain clearly what they get, the outcome and what it costs? And do I repeat the transformation in simple words they can imagine themselves in? Don't fear rejection. Am I okay with turning off people who are never going to buy anyway? Yeah, why the fuck would you have them in your ecosystem? And do I focus on attracting the right ICP, not pleasing the algorithm? And then asking for the close. Do I directly ask for a yes or no at the end of the call? And do I make it clear that the decision is now, not someday? A lot of people I coach and actually have as clients, before they came to me, were really scared of asking for a close. Where I was like, why the fuck would you be scared? Because you're just helping people. And once you flip the mindset by, oh yeah, fuck, I'm helping people, they suddenly don't seem needy anymore. They seem like they're serving people instead of selling. And that's like a shift that I also think you should adapt for your business. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear more about our services, the Done For You agency we have, but also the blueprint, I would link my Instagram here in the comment section and the description. You can go in and message me It is me alone. I have no automations and stuff whatsoever, so you write to me directly. If you have any questions or want a free tip or something like that, my DMs are open. I'm not a huge influencer with thousands of followers. At this point, I have under 1,400 followers, so there's plenty of room for you in the DMs. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.